Here's the truth nobody tells you about surviving a home invasion. Your gun is only as good as the system behind it. Most defensive encounters happen in low light. Most victims never make it past the draw. And the leading cause of preventable death after a shooting? Bleeding out before help arrives. Survivors don't rely on movie gear. They rely on tools that work in chaos, in the dark, under stress, when your hands stop cooperating. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what belongs in a real defensive setup and why the most important item isn't even a weapon. Number 10. Otis Elite Range Box. Number 10. And if you think cleaning kits don't belong on a self-defense list, you've never had a weapon fail when it mattered. The Otis Elite Range Box isn't about range day convenience, it's about reliability under stress. This system handles everything from pistols to rifles with memory flex cables that navigate any bore without scratching. The complete kit weighs 3 pounds, fits a backpack, and includes bronze brushes, obstruction removers, and solvent designed for carbon fouling. Here's why it's essential. Carbon buildup reduces reliability. A dirty chamber causes extraction failures. Lint in your carry gun's striker channel means dead trigger pulls. You can't train your way around mechanical failure. SEAL armorers run this exact system. It's not romantic, but neither is a failure to fire drill in your hallway at 2 a.m. Maintenance isn't optional. It's the foundation of everything else on this list, which brings us to gear that ensures you can actually reach your weapon when seconds count. Number 9. Taser Pulse 2. What stops a threat at 15 feet without permanent consequences? Not your fists. Not pepper spray that blows back in your face. The Taser Pulse 2 delivers 30-second neuromuscular incapacitation through 2 probes. 0.38 ounces of compressed nitrogen launch those probes at 180 feet per second. Effective range, 15 feet. It's civilian legal in most states, requires no firearms license, and won't penetrate walls or create crossfire risks. Here's the scenario. Someone's aggressive but unarmed. You're legally justified to defend yourself, but deadly force would end your life as you know it. Lawsuits, criminal investigation, psychological trauma. This solves that gap. And yes, it includes a built-in laser for aiming under adrenaline. But for that gray area between words and bullets, nothing else delivers compliance without crossing the lethality threshold. Which matters because everything past this point assumes you're already in a lethal force situation. Number 8. Crye Precision JPC 2.0 Plate Carrier Body Armor. Most gun owners never consider it. Every professional who's taken fire wears it. The Crye Precision JPC 2.0 weighs 1 pound without plates. Add level 3 or 4 ceramics and you're at 8 to 12 pounds of rifle-rated protection. Laser-cut laminate construction eliminates bulk. The skeletal cummerbund adapts to body types without excessive Velcro. It's designed around one principle. If you need to move, fight, or survive incoming rounds, this stays put. Mazrock, FBI HRT. Every Tier 1 unit, they run Crye, not because it's cool, but because repeated stress testing proves it doesn't shift, doesn't bind, and doesn't fail when you're prone, climbing, or returning fire. This is home defense preparation for worst-case scenarios, or rural property protection where response times exceed 30 minutes. But if bullets are flying, nothing else on this list matters without stopping them first. Now, let's talk about the gear that prevents bleeding after armor fails. Number 7. Trauma Kit IFAK. At number 7, the difference between bleeding out and making it home. Every defensive firearms course teaches shooting. Almost none teach what happens after. The average adult has 5 liters of blood. Lose 40%, 2 liters. and you're unconscious. Lose 50% and you're dying. Femoral artery bleed-out time, 3 minutes. Ambulance response time in most suburbs, 8 to 12 minutes. That's the gap this fills. A proper IFAK contains a CAT tourniquet rated to stop arterial bleeds, compressed gauze for wound packing, chest seals for sucking chest wounds, and trauma shears to cut through clothing. The RTS Tactical Kit is modular, lightweight, load-carrying equipment compatible and weighs 14 ounces. MyMedic's MyFAK is civilian-friendly with color-coded compartments. Practice under stress, because fine motor skills vanish when your hands are shaking. You can't shoot your way out of blood loss, which is why this sits at number 7, not lower. Now, if you think medical gear is critical, wait until you see what eliminates the guessing game in target identification. Number 6. Weapon-mounted laser. Forget what you've heard about lasers making you a target. That's movie nonsense. Here's what they actually do. They solve a problem red dots can't. The Steiner D-Bal A3, EOTech OGL, or HoloSun LE17 Elite project infrared lasers visible only through night vision, plus visible red or green for non-NVG use. Why does this matter? Because shooting from retention, gun pressed against your chest, no side picture possible, requires instinctive point shooting or a laser reference. In extreme close quarters, you won't get a cheek weld, you won't see your red dot, you will see a laser on the threat's chest, and your subconscious handles the rest. Delta and DevGru run these for exactly this reason. For retention shooting or unconventional shooting positions, nothing else provides that instant feedback loop. Speaking of feedback, let's talk about the optic that changed defensive pistol shooting entirely. Number 5. Aimpoint Acro P2. 2 a.m. your bedroom. Adrenaline dumps cortisol into your bloodstream. Your hands shake and your vision narrows to a tunnel. Iron sights? Good luck finding them. The Aimpoint Acro P2 solves target acquisition under stress. It's a fully enclosed red dot optic built to handgun recoil standards. Unlike open emitters that fog, fill with debris, or crack under hard use, the housing is 7075 aluminum. Battery life exceeds 50,000 hours. It's submersible to 35 meters, and the 3.5 MOA dot stays visible in full sunlight or total darkness. Why it matters? Studies show red dots reduce split times by 30 to 40% for trained shooters. For untrained shooters under stress, the advantage is even greater. Your eye finds a glowing dot faster than aligning 3 metal posts. LAPD SWAT, FBI, and competitive shooters who fired tens of thousands of rounds, they've all migrated to red dots. The learning curve takes maybe 200 rounds, but optics assume you can present the weapon smoothly. If your draw is compromised by a bad holster, the dot means nothing, which brings us to number 4. Number 4. Durable magazine carrier and speed loader. Speed matters, but only if your gear doesn't fight you. The high-speed Gear Taco mag pouch uses injection-molded polymer stays wrapped in cordura. It flexes to retain pistol or rifle mags, doesn't collapse when empty, and pulls clean every time. Modular lightweight load-carrying equipment, or belt-mountable, used by United States Special Operations Command across multiple units, because it eliminates fumbling during reloads. Pair it with the Maglula Uplula loader, a polymer tool that loads magazines without destroying your thumbs. Sounds trivial until you're loading your 5th 30-round mag and your thumb joints are screaming. This loads rounds with a button press and lever action. No strength required. Here's why it's here. Defensive capability means nothing if you can't reload under stress, or if training is so painful you avoid it. Pros figured this out decades ago. Smooth manual of arms starts with gear that doesn't create friction, but reloading assumes you hit the target, which requires seeing the target, which brings us to the tool that illuminates what you're actually shooting at. Number 3. Streamlight TLR series. In low light, you can't shoot what you can't identify. Legally, morally, tactically, This is non-negotiable. The Streamlight TLR1HL produces 1000 lumens from a C4 LED. The TLR7 is compact at 500 lumens for smaller frames. Both are IPX7 water-resistant, impact-tested to 1 meter drops, and run on CR123 batteries. Rail-mounted, ambidextrous switches, strobing mode for disorientation. Here's what lumens actually do. 1000 lumens in a dark room causes immediate pupil constriction and temporary disorientation in the threat. It also illuminates enough area to identify whether you're facing an armed intruder or your teenage kid sneaking back in. That distinction keeps you out of prison. Every police officer's duty weapon has a light. Not optional, required, because shooting an unidentified silhouette is how innocent people die and defenders go to jail. Light reveals threats. It doesn't contain them. For that, you need the one piece of gear that controls access entirely. Number 2. Tennecore Velo Holster. Fast access means nothing if your draw is sloppy or your gun falls out during a fight. The Tennecore Velo is a Kydex appendix holster with adjustable retention, a full sweat guard, and a proprietary cam system that releases cleanly without snag. It's designed around one metric: consistency. Every draw feels identical whether you're standing, seated, or on your back. 0.08-inch Kydex. Modular mounting, fits duty guns with lights and red dots. And here's the key feature. The Velo cam system allows reholstering one-handed without collapsing or requiring visual confirmation. In a dynamic situation, you can't afford to look down. Los Angeles Police Department tested 40 holsters in retention drills, strikes, grappling, ground fighting. This stayed locked until deliberate draw. No accidental dislodging. But if you can't draw reliably, nothing else on this list activates. Which is why presentation matters almost as much as the number one item, the tool that prevents needing the gun in the first place. Number 1. Voltec DS2i Smart Station. At number 1, not a weapon, not an accessory, a principle. Controlled access is the foundation of responsible gun ownership and home defense. The Voltec DS2i is a biometric smart station with dual compartments. Fingerprint scanner unlocks in under a second. 16-gauge steel construction. Anti-impact latches, interior LED lighting, fits 2 full-size handguns or 1 with spare mags, smartphone app integration for access logs and alerts, bolts to nightstands or mounts in vehicles. Why this tops the list? Fast access under stress requires habitual placement and instant unlocking. Fumbling with keys or spinning a dial while adrenaline destroys fine motor skills gets people killed. This eliminates that failure point entirely. It also prevents unauthorized access. Kids, guests, intruders rifling through your home while you're gone. Responsible storage isn't about locking guns away from yourself. It's about denying access to everyone else, while maintaining instant deployment when your life depends on it. Ask any defensive instructor what separates prepared from reckless. They'll point to this. Everything else assumes you can access the weapon. This guarantees it. Self-defense isn't about the gun alone. It's the complete system. Storage, presentation, target ID, medical response, and yes, options short of lethal force. Each piece solves a failure point that stress exposes. Which of these 10 are in your setup right now? What did I miss that you swear by? Drop it in the comments. I read every one. If this changed how you think about defensive preparedness, share it with someone who needs to see it. Next video, we're stress testing these gadgets under simulated home invasion conditions. Low light, adrenaline, zero room for error. Stay trained, stay prepared, stay safe.